Stop bouncing around. Coming up on this week's Retro Robin Show, we're going to go back to issue number 16 of Crash. That's right, back to 1985. May, as a matter of fact. Not Back to the Future 85, but back to re-review some more games out of that particular magazine. We're going to have a look at a couple of new games. Another hare. Yeah, I found another hare. I've got 3 in total now, that's good. As well as more Commodore versus Spectrum with a slight difference this week, as I'm going to review a new release for Commodore and compare it to the Spectrum game that was released 3 years ago. Hint, hint. Oh, and you've got to the end of the start of the titles to name this game. Can you name this Mega Drive game? I know somebody that failed to do so. I shan't mention any names though. Normally this guy's pretty good, but he's let me down today. So join me now for some more retro fun on this retro weekend with the Retro Robin Show. If you love a bit of 8-bit. Welcome to the Retro Robin Show with me, Wayne. Of course, if you love a bit of 8-bit, well, then you're in for a great weekend with a bit of retro fun right here, right now. What's on today's show? Well, we're going back to 1985. Well, that's quite a while ago. To re-review some more games from out of that particular Crash magazine. I have done some already out of the magazine, but I haven't done them all. And of course we're going to have a look at a couple of new games. I'm going to see if I can beat TJ Forrest's new score of a new game that I was going to review. He's beat me to it, but bless him, he's welcome to. And I've got to do better than he has. Certainly got to do better than he has. A few honourable mentions from Crash 1985. Star Run was a Crash smash by David Webb. I used to work for Dave Webb. At £7.95 it was by Mulburn House, it got 94%. World Series Baseball got 91%, that was an Imagine game of course. And Dragon Chalk, is it? Or Avalon? Dragon Chalk. I'm not even sure that's the right game. Anyways, Boy Houston, he got 92%. Also in this magazine, Bruce Lee. Remember that game? Of course you do. How can you ever forget? It's a classic. Got 91%, and that would have cost you £7.95. As always on the Retro Robin Show, I've got the music on too loud, but then it wouldn't be me without the music being a little bit too loud. We've got some great games on today. Honestly, we've got some great games. We've got another Hare to review. Oh, great. Excellent. We've done Mr. Hare and the Fly. We've done the hair raising experience of Mr. Hare. Are they taking the mick? And now we're going to do a Super Hare. As always, one or two other things to tell you. Today's show is run on real hardware. No emulation or simulation inside here. Well, the closest thing you're going to get to an emulation is the Engo, which is going to review most of the games. We've got a toasty rack with a new fixed RGB lead at the back, providing the sound. We've got the Spectrum Plus 2 in the back there, also providing the sound. And a real Commodore C64 for when we do Commodore versus Spectrum. And what was the game I was talking about? The game that you was all looking at that I asked you to name in the intro. Yes, and the man that would normally tell me whatever game was, and he's what we call the Norris McWhirter of the retro scene. A bit like Norris, you could ask him what was the Guinness Book of Record here for this, that and the other, and he'd always have the answer. This guy didn't know until I actually told him. Shame on you, Nigel. Oh, he gave it. Oh yeah, I remember now. Whatever. It's Bubble and Squeak. It was a Mega Drive game, and that was your little quiz question before the show started. So, let's get on with the first of today's look at a new game, and obviously I've got to beat the high score to beat. 48K version of this game because it's got a great it's got a great bleeper sound. Bleeper! Yes, I'll be doing a show in a couple of months' time, and I've entitled the show, I think you're going to like this, Top of the AY Pops. Yeah, so I'm going to do a top 40 of AY sounds, and there'll be a few notable surprises in there, a few later AY tunes that were made for the Spectrum, as well as some old, and I shall be needing plenty of help with that, of course. So if anybody's got any suggestions, please email me at acewayne27@live.co.uk, and I'll get back to you as as many suggestions of games with. It has to be specifically AY sound for the 128K Spectrum. So I'm going to just mute this in the background. We're going to load the 48K version of this game. So if we go straight to number 4, and it's got a great bleeper sound, and it's going to be loud, so I'm going to, I like the way that, a bit of, what is it called, sampling super hair. And we start with a classic bleeper sound. We'll let this play for a minute, make sure the volume's right, of course. The man that does that sort of music is Richard Holland, and he's done quite a few. I think he's done Down the Pipes as well. That was an absolute brilliant. There's the guy that at the top, game created by Lee Stevenson. Just dropped my paperwork. The keys are QAOP and M, which is great if you're using a rubber keyboard. It's perfect for me. Oh look, I've got my t-shirt on today. Nice, great looking loading screen, that ain't it really? Good starting screen anyways. And you can see like a ray of light coming from the eyeball of the hair, which means it's going to be a shoot 'em up. Well, that's the 48K version. We're going to whip straight away now to the 128K version. I'm just going to go and select the tap file for this, because I want to get the full 128K AY sound in. Do we want to wait till there's loading screen? Absolutely not, but we will. There's the loading screen, very nicely done indeed, exactly as you've seen on the Facebook. It's also on the Retro Robins group, which is a newly created group. Well, it's not all that new, I've had it for quite a while, I've just never done anything with it. So, let's have a good look at this game. Love the colourful way to present itself straight away. That's what space is meant to look at. Give you a chance to read that. It's telling me good luck, and boy do I need it. However, we have an AY tune. So this is the third in the trilogy of Mr. Hare. The hair-raising adventures of Mr. Hare, and very nice indeed, isn't it? That's a great sound. Excellent bit of AY going on right there. That could even make the charts. Got to stop dancing. I can't help it, I do find now AY quite bouncy. I don't know whether it's your childhood, it's nostalgia coming right back at you there. See, I have to let these tunes play. Bitmap software is where you can download and buy this from. You can buy a physical copy, and when you get the physical copy, they've got a little quirk. What they do is on the A side, they'll put the 48K version, and on the B side, you'll get the 128K version with the appropriate sounds intact. Let's get into the game then. Oops. So now I'm going to, oh, I've got spaces for that, okay. Rapid fire is achieved by you constantly hitting the buttons, and you don't get destroyed if you hit straight away, but you do lose energy, so try not to get hit too much. This is quite a tight one. You can lose energy if you hit anything that you shouldn't. Oh, this is as about... Oh, no, I've just found a teddy. Helps if you learn the map. Remember, always go top. How unfair was that? Nice sound effects, nice sprites, they're very good on these sprites. Monotone colour, so you know you're not going to get... You probably notice this camera will be shaking as well when I'm doing this. I like it when you haven't got to fire at anything when you're trying to... Oh, no, how evil was that? So it's down, then up would be the best way. So it's a pattern recognition game, isn't it? You know, if you can roughly learn where they come from. I've managed to get there with a little bit more energy intact now. Oh, see that? Oh. Yes, I'm not going to get caught this time by going down the dead end. I've already made it a little bit further, that's good. I can actually show you some of the game. And we could get potentially my first bonus if I don't die, that is. Oh wow, that's nice, isn't it? That could be the starting point, couldn't it? That's what that could represent, I suppose. Change your background slightly. There's a bouncing electric shocks everywhere. The thing is, if you stay back now, I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Oh, there we go. Lost a bit of energy there, though. When you can blast the hell out of everything. Oh. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Help! Oh, it's the end of the level, great! And then we got a level boss, which I'm going to get my arse handed to me, obviously. Stop! Oh dear, it's going horribly wrong already. Oh, the hair might be super, but I certainly ain't. Oh, at least you start from the boss as well. Crashed into the background. So the background's dangerous. Oh, this is hard. I was going to try and get to the exit so I can get through it. It's how quickly he moves. I mean, I haven't got a chance to move out of the way, so... Oh, nice. Nice game over that end as well. That is quality. I like that. I guess the air was finally in for the chop. It's quite a barbaristic game. Barber. Sorry, I'll stop with the puns, Rash. What did I think of the game? Well, yeah, it's a great little shoot 'em up. I like the music, I like the voice sound as well as the bleeper sound. All of it's fairly well done. It's fairly colourful. It's one monotone, it's very difficult. There is a flaw against it, it's too difficult for the likes of me, but maybe you're slightly better at this game than I am. Marks out of 10, I'm going to give that a reasonable and a respectable for the shoot 'em up 8 out of 10. One for you to try, and available now from download at Bitmap Software. Bye, Mr. Hair. I said bye to my hair a long time ago. So the next game I want to have a look at is one you've probably seen TJ make Gameo of the Week. And of his course is... And I think we'll wait at the loading screen. That's of course if there is one. And there it is. You can use your keyboard, consonants and play. And we get to redefine the keys. There's a total of 4 keys, but one's on your pause. So we're going to have a left, a right, and the most important key is the jump. And I'll use H for pause. So it's a platformer. Give you a little read through this. The AY sound off the toe track is of course from Monty Mole and the Temple of Lost Souls in the background. That was a 2017 game by Andy Jones, and it came out from Bubblesoft, which I'd love a t-shirt with their logo on it. Wouldn't it be great that? Press any key, I'm sure you've had time. Okay, so you're going to click these and jump over those. And I've got my first one. Unusual looking weird sprite. To be fair, the game isn't too hard. Famous last words. I should probably go horribly wrong now. And once you collect the last of whatever it is you need to collect on every screen, you will instantly go to the next screen, which is here. I'm going to be wondering how to get that one in the middle. That'll be an interesting one to get found. Oh, I see. Though, if you jump too early, you bash the top of that. So, you know, it's a case of get past it. Well, that was super easy. Patience, really, isn't it? Got him. Yeah, it's not too bad at all, is it really? Fairly easy. Straight to the crash screen. I like that. Nice colourful logo, isn't it? Ah, so that's deadly, is it? Okay, I'll remember that in future. Oh, that bubble's going to be it. That bubble was going to be a kick to get past, but not anymore. Oh look, I've lost the colour of the crash. I didn't want to ruin that. Show that, isn't it? Expect that. And we've done this screen. I don't know if I see TJ got, but I presume I've probably already beat him. Sorry, TJ. Now I must have to jump over him quite early because I know what you've got to do here. You've got to follow him, drop down and turn back quickly. That was super easy. Can I jump up there? Not quite. So I've got to get up there now. So the only way I'm going to get up there is from that platform down there, okay? There we go. I must have nearly done it, surely. And we're on to the next level. And I've not even scratched a life yet, have I? Oh, I have. I lost one, didn't I? I think we'll come back to that bubble bit in a minute because that looks a bit of a tricky one to get through. Oh. Once you're down there, you are stuck. Ah! I'm obliterated. Okay. Go away, Mr. Bubble. how many lives have you got? Oh, I've got 6 left by the looks of things, so we'll start with a reasonable amount of lives. I hope he didn't do this well. Ah, go away, bubble. Remembering where the bubble bounces, isn't it, really? Aha! I presume once you get this far, it should get slightly easier. Can't jump that last bit, can I? Don't tell me I've gone all the way back down here. Do tell me I've gone all the way back down here. Oh, go away. Yeah, I'm finding I'm getting kind of stuck very easily, to be honest, so it's a little bit of a tricky one to negotiate. I've got a bad feeling about this. Ah, I've done it. Okay. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. I think I've seen enough of that game. Yeah, interesting platformer challenge. Reasonable difficulty. I'd give that a 7 out of 10 difficulty wise, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 rating wise. One for you to try. Enjoyable? Yeah, why not? It's a good platformer. So let's move on quickly and reset the computer. To Crash now, Crash number 16, when Crash was 95 pence. May 1985, 95 pence, under £1, would you believe it? And the first game we're going to review is the one highlighted there, which is Confusion. And of course I'll tell you the game was by Interactive, it cost you £6.95. And the ratings are as follows. Let's hit the tap file first of all. I think it's a 48k game, there's no 1 to 8k AY sound. However, there is a beeper sound in this, so I will have to pause this video before loading that up. Let you know that the use of computer was given 89%, graphics was given 83%, playability 85%, getting started 86%. There's a fair few ratings in these early crashes, I can tell you. Addictive quality is 84%, value for money 87%, so even though it was just under £7 by 5 pence, value as money, it was quite high, so this must be a good game. And overall rating then was 86%, only 4 short of being immortalised as a crash smash. Okay, let's have a look at this game. Oh, before we do, let's pause this tune. So you've got a nice big name of the game in huge, colourful, flashing, changing colour letters. A bit like my Spectrum keyboard at the top there. And it tells you your options. We've got 4 for define, that's excellent. 5 for start, so you've got 1 for Kempston. I like the way it's done that in a little blocky effect. And we'll go for 4 to define, shall we? Okay, right. K for change keys. Press for up, down. That's an unusual way of actually doing that, and press enter to end. Pick your number of players, rotate you want, so you can have a number of players by the sounds of this. And we'll go straight into the game. Oh, I see. What we've got to do here is we've got to try and get that spark to the bomb. I presume. Right, I've changed that there. And I've changed it to there. Oh god, this is difficult, you know. This is difficult. Well, surely, I can see. There, we've got a connection, so now all I've got to do is get him on the right track, so if I can... Got it! Wow. Took some working out, but I got there eventually. Yep, so I've got to get the spark to the bomb. That is now going to the next level. And now, obviously, you can... Now that should do that. I should get that. That should be straight away, straight to the bomb. That was fairly simple. And we're on to the next level. Let's get some music back in. Right, okay, then we've got a few other different items going on here. So he can't meet the bubble. Oh, nice. I like that. I can't see him meeting the bubble, so maybe we've got to keep that bubble out of the way. Right, there the bubble's out of the way, that's good. You can't collide with him. Oh, how did I manage that? I've got a circle. We're going to go in circles now, just like me. It's a case of getting the right one, isn't it? Oh, I must have run out of time. Yeah, it's not that quick, not that responsive. Great colourful game. I can understand why it's got such a high rating. The lack of sound, obviously, because it was just before, you know, the AY sounds provided in the background, of course, by the Spectrum. What do I think of the game? On first glance, I liked it, but I didn't think it was brilliant. I thought Deflector was a much better version of the game, but then it's what you prefer. I understand it, and I can see it's getting gradually harder. But to be fair, I'm going to not quite agree with Crash. Gave it 86%, which is 8.5. I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10. Seems a bit low, but it wasn't really my type of game. So let's move on to the next game. Grand National by Elite. User computer given 60%, graphics 85%, playability 62%, getting started 78%, addictive quality 72%, value for money 70%, overall rating was 79%. It would have cost you £6.95 back in the day. English racing game on an English course. Grand National, of course, is one of our main events. And guess what? You've got an American tune. An American bleeper sound in the background there. But we're not here to do that. We're here to have a look at the game itself. And right, so first of all, you get your list of horses. N will give you the next page. And hello Dundee, I'll go for number 6. B, place your bet. What horse would you like to back? I'll go for number 6, thank you very much. And how much do you want to put on it? Well, you got £1,000 to bet. I'm going to go big. I don't think you'll get away with that amount. Enter. Then you choose your horse. What horse would you like to ride? Well, I'm going to do 6. And we're ready to start racing. Right, it's a bash your keyboard time to get your power up. However, you've only got a certain amount of energy. So you've just got to keep your speed slightly quicker than them. P will jump, an O for speed, and and I think it's ZX to move left and right. And I'm going to hit the fence. Yeah, I've fallen already. Why doesn't that surprise me? We'll give it another go. Yeah, okay, I get the message. So start a race again, and this time we're going to bet again once the list comes up. 45 to 1. I'm going to go all in. I've got big faith in this one. Silly me. And use your horseshoe. So all I've got to do now is lose and I should win. You just have to choose the O button will increase the power you use. You just got to get a fine balance. P is for jump and Z and X, of course, is left and right. And I'm not doing very good here. But now I've got a bit of speed up, that's good. Just got to avoid the horses. And this time I've got to remember to jump at the last minute. So you've got two views. You've got a side view and a bird's eye view. And I've made the fence, that's good. And you've got, of course, you've got the course going round the top there. Have I jumped too early? No, I'm okay. For some reason I'm getting bashed by other horses, which also loses your speed. If you haven't got enough speed, you won't get over the fence, and hence the reason why I fell. This game is not easy. It is not easy. It's fun, I've got to be honest. So what do I think of that? Well, they gave that Grand National 8 out of 10 really, didn't they, at 79%. And considering that some of it is written in BASIC, so hence you can press break and you can do that. And that wasn't meant to happen, but it has, so I'm going to roll with it right now. Oh boy, I do rehearse sometimes. No, I don't. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10 because I thought it was quite good. It's quite an original and a unique way of game. Very inventive and very fun to play. Especially if you don't actually, you can always back yourself to lose and pick a winning horse and hope you get money that way. So you've got plenty of outs. Graphically, perfect. Nothing wrong with it, is there? Great animation of the sprites on the horse. Both views, top and down. It's great. I love it. Great game. One for you to try. Maybe that's one that you've not seen before. You probably have though. If you're part of this retro community, you've seen most of the Spectrum games. And that's what this show's all about. Bring a bit of nostalgia back and remind you of something you may have forgotten about, something you may not have seen before, or something you'd like to try again. Let's move on then, shall we? Before we move on to a review of the Commodore game as well as Commodore versus Spectrum. Yeah, I'm going to kill two birds in one stone here. So the game featured now is Bug Eyes, £6.95, Icon Software by the looks of things, and the use of computer was given 65%, graphics was given 65%, playability 68%, getting started 65%, there's a lot of 65%, isn't it? Addictive quality is 58%, value for money 55%, so, you know, I suppose, overall rating 62%. Usually value for money and the overall rating tend to go hand in hand. You wouldn't get a value for money at a low rating and yet have a high percentage, would you? Otherwise, you know, but yeah, okay. So we're going to use the tap file, that's a re-release, actually we'll use the Z80. We could actually have a look at the loading screen. I don't know exactly what I've got to do in this game, but we'll give it a go. That must be the loading screen. Not bad display, and a good little bit of scrolling actually, and 6, 7 left, right, H for hold, S to restart. Okay, that's cool, it's all good, and we just got to find the S to start, haven't we? Give it a go, give this game a whirl. Except it's not responding to any of my keys just at this particular moment in time. Just reading the what to do. Oh, what joystick keys to do? Better pause that. It was quite good actually. Ah. Just when you had seen the last of the Crushers from Monty Mole, somebody goes and makes an entire game load of them. Well, the first thing I've noticed is the collision is not too bad, because I just caught the end of that and I was okay, so... It looks like I've made the first screen. I wondered how I was going to get across them. Oh, that was clearly me hitting him. I can see you've got 3 lives in total then. You've got an energy bar that's running down. And you've really got to be quite... Oh, yeah, you can walk too quick and walk into him. Exhibit example A. I'm on to my last life already. Quick change. Oh no, got caught. That is going to be tough. Play over as opposed from game over. That was only given 62%. I quite enjoyed that. It's a guilty pleasure. I've never played it before. I understand what you've got to do. I like the sprites. I like the idea of the game. I'd like to be able to progress a bit further. Don't worry, there's a poke for that, and I'm sure Nick has already sorted one out. I'll have to have a look on the playing tips. Or shall I go to the World of Spectrum website, where you can find all the hints and cheats that you could possibly ever need. Okay, well the next game, I'm going to review it first, and then we're going to compare it to the Spectrum version, and it's for Commodore, and it's a release. The Spectrum version 1 came out first, and now they've ported it to the Commodore. So, join me now for a bit of review Commodore versus Spectrum fun. I might have another go at this before I do that though. Nixie! A loading screen's about to come. There you go. One of my favourite games is by Bubblesoft. I love that software company. I want that logo on my t-shirt right here, right now. And of course, Nixie and the Seeds of Doom was one of my favourite games. I use the AY tune in the back. You probably recognise it. Let's turn it up just a little bit. And the synth sounds great actually. Roll on the credits. So you've seen the loading screen. You've got like two plants that remind me of the Little Shop of Horrors, actually. We're going to leave the music on, we're going to play the actual game. Ah, so you've got a scrolling screen. And most things that move do kill you. I'm trying to catch the tune, that tune's familiar. So I need to click that. It tells you at the bottom exactly what you've got to do with that. Before we do any of that, let's get into the game a little bit. Looks like we've got a secret cavern down here. I like the way it moves. It's a nice movement, isn't it? Oh, and that must be for energy. So, yeah, we didn't need to collect it, but we've collected it now. Oh, it's a nice looking game. In fact, for the Commodore, the sprite's quite sharp. You know, it's... Oh. And I've lost my first heart, so it's got the same health meter as you got in the Seed of Doom. Whoa! Oh, a little wavy water at the bottom. And this is where you've got to be quick, because where there's like that opening and closing plant from out the Little Shop of Horror, shall we say, you've got to wait till it goes, and then you've got to go down the ladder before it goes and moves again. So obviously where there's a white heart is where you start from. So once you turn that from one colour to another, oh, and I've got to start all over again. I'll get it right this time. As always with all of these games, it's just about a little bit of patience, isn't it? Not trying to rush. Yeah, it's super responsive, nice smooth scrolling, good use of graphics and sprites. Ah, there you go, I've made it now, so we're into that next level. And it looks like, is that a plant I can collect? Oh, that was close. So now that's turned white, I shall start from that particular point. Oh, and if you notice there's a little plant that comes out of the roof, so you've got to watch all sorts of dangers here. Avoid that, there we go. Oh, well, that was super easy. And I shall start from this particular point, that's good. Oh, I'm back at the start, aren't I? Ah, so I've gone round in a circle. So I'm going to find a pool to place that. Oh, just a bit slow. Okay, let's have a look at the Spectrum version. We're going to load the ULA Plus version of the Spectrum because I can. Oh. Now the music starts slightly quicker on the Spectrum. So how do I move up and down? Oh. J for joystick, or is it just... Oh, I see, and then you press enter, okay. And then you press enter to play game. So nice sharper sprites Not such a multicoloured guy on the main. Well, look, you've got a bigger hole to go down that particular ladder. So we're gonna move across. It's a platformer. I've completed Nixie and the Siege of Doom. This is the one before it, I believe. Although, don't quote me on that. Right, I've collected that. Now find a moon pool. Which I have no idea where I'd find one of them from, but we'll have a look anyways. I've got a noticeable difference here. If you notice with the Spectrum version, it doesn't scroll, but it does flip screen. Ignore the diamond stuck in the rock, it's just... Oh, I'm going to die for... Ah, got me. Ouch, that really hurt. You ain't far wrong. I felt his pain. Oh, now where am I going to start? Ah, and you don't get a... You've got lives on this version of this game. It's the same game, but you've got lives not like the heart bar. I'm using the ULA Plus. My phone's going mad in the background. I'm getting loads of messages from people nowadays. Everybody wants to chat to me, which I try to chat to everybody, and you know, I'm a friendly type of person. Ah, that was hard. Okay, I've got the lower levels. So we know that leads to... Right, have I got anything here I can collect? Ah, I've collected something. Now I've got to, obviously, whoa. I'm done for. I'm down to my last life. And I've just died. But let's go back to the Commodore version. I need to have a look at that. Love the tune, by the way. Maybe I've got that on a bit too loud. I was up started from there. Can I get down, back down this way? All I can see is that must be the moon pool over there. Well, that was easy. I got through that part quite nicely. Thank you very much. So I've got it. So the map is slightly different, isn't it? Quick run for it. I'm going to start there, that's good. At least I know where I'm going to start in a reasonable place. Obviously I've got to avoid these drippers. Drippers. That's not the official word for them. And we can jump through the waterfall. And then what am I going to do before I run out of time? Yeah, there we go. Here comes my verdict. Well, I know it's only just come out. I know. But let's be honest, and we've got to be honest, the scrolling of the screen, wow, why didn't they do that with the Spectrum version? I know it's a little bit more difficult. Spectrum version was great, do not get me wrong, I love Nixie, and I will probably play it more on the Spectrum. But when you've got the choice of a flip screen or you can scroll across the screen, and the sprites are quite well done as well, larger graphics, great sound. Spectrum sound is... Ow. Excuse me. I love it. yeah, I just slightly prefer the Commodore version, so unfortunately I've gave it the Commodore, and it's been great. Alright, thank you to everyone who supported me, helping me make this channel, and thank you to Matthew Lowe. I've got his name right. And of course the pinging in the background was from Ben Bite Delight. Thank you to Tony, been an interesting conversation we've had. Thank you to Nigel, as always. He is truly the oracle when it comes to retro gaming for literally every system. What he doesn't know isn't worth knowing, and I may have had a little dig at him not knowing the game that was in the background earlier, but he's a good hearted guy, and he'll get his own back, no doubt, I'm sure. In the meantime, Retro Robin Show is brought to you in association with Dean Jones's Cues and Hotshot Snooker. Also patrons, and they look after me too, as well as one or two of you on the community who I duly appreciate. Thank you all so very much. Hope you enjoyed this show. It's a bit of a fun show, something to watch over the weekend, or whenever it is you actually get around to watching it. Just enjoy it, because that's what I'm here for. I don't do things for profit, I do things for fun. So with that said, you all have a nice working week or weekend, depending on when you watch this show. And hopefully there'll be some more shows soon, obviously, usually on a Saturday, but if I can get it around, I'll get it on a Friday too. And I've got to go for the quick spin. No, I better not, I hurt my knee last time. And yeah, great stuff. As always, please leave a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, help this channel grow, and I'll do some more great interesting Commodore, both on Commodore both on Commodore and Spectrum. I'll do interesting stuff. Mainly, Spectrum is my computer of choice, but hey, we're all friends now, aren't we? Not if I can help it. In the meantime, everybody, take care. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now. It's good though, isn't it? It was good.